Hi there everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am Annie Scents and I'm here with a new designer perfume release 2022, the new Olympea Solar from Paco Rabanne. If this is your type of content, don't forget to give me a comment down below, give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. So here is the bottle, here's what it looks like. This is Olympea Solar, and from the name it does suggest it is a sort of a summer fragrance. Okay, so speaking about Paco Rabanne's Olympea, now when I started watching perfume videos here on YouTube, like quite a lot, I would say 2019 crossing over 2020, the original one was very popular, that one, and followed by the intense version. Those, I feel like the original is more popular than the intense. However, I think that most people sort of got rid of the original and kept on with and stuck with the intense. So today, obviously I'm going to speak to you about this beauty over here. Well, it looks like a beauty, but does it smell like a beauty? That's what we're going to talk about. And then we'll just do a little comparison to the others that I have here with me today. So let's talk about this one. Let me get the notes. So the top notes are orange peel and mandarin orange with orange blossom, all three at the top. In the middle you have some solar notes, you have terry flower, you have white flowers, and you have some oak moss. And then in the base you do have ylang ylang and benzoin. So let me talk you through my experience. I've had it for Friday, so coming up to 3 days. So let's get into it. So first, I sprayed it on paper on my little test strips that I have, and the first thing I did get was this blast of orange. So the orange peel and the mandarin, and it wasn't a citrus orange, it was more of like a sweet sort of orange blast, but that lasted less than 5 minutes. Then it sort of transformed into scents that for me smell very similar. It started to smell quite familiar to me. So as it dried down, I was picking up what I would describe as white floral, sort of a white, it has a very heavy white floral vibe, and that is due to obviously the terry flower, orange blossom and white flowers as well. Now, as I was trying to picture, what does it smell like? What does it smell like? What does it smell like? So again, this is just on paper. So the first perfume that flashed in my mind was Dolce & Gabbana, the One. Okay, so that one is came out quite a while back now. It's a peachy vanilla scent. It comes in like this rectangle gold bottle, but then I was like, no, people online on Fragrantica said it smells like Dolce Garden. So I was like, you know what? It does remind me of Dolce Garden. There's something about it that reminds me of Dolce Garden, but almost like Dolce Garden stripped of all the frangipani. That one has frangipani. That one has I think some almond milk. It was almost like a stripped down version of Dolce Garden. Then I was like, as I start smelling, I was like, maybe it's not quite Dolce Garden, but a bit more closer to the Only One Intense. So I know the names are so confusing. So Dolce Gabbana, the Only One Intense. So the one that comes in the black bottle, that's what it started to remind me more of. And there are some, subtle similarities between Dolce Garden and the Only One Intense. So I was like, okay. And I decluttered the Only One Intense because of this sort of white floral mixture that is going on in this scent on the paper strip. So I remember I decluttered Dolce, the Only One Intense. I decluttered Ellie Subs, Girl of Now, Shine, Voce Viva, the original from Valentino, and I also decluttered YSL's Libre, the original, because they all, for me, my nose was picking up this sort of sharp white floralness that just makes me feel a little bit nauseous. So I was initially disappointed. My first reaction was a bit of disappointment because number one, that beautiful fruitiness in the beginning, you know, died away, and then I was just left with these white florals that I don't particularly like in certain fragrances. Now, and again, also went back onto Fragrantica and I saw Shine. People picked that it smelled like Shine, and I'd actually say yeah. So to give you guys a bit of a vision, you know, like a how does it smell like type thing, if you are going to blind buy, just imagine maybe like a stripped down version of Dolce Garden and Dolce Shine, which comes in the yellow bottle. I do have the Shine here. It's this one. I think I've put my Dolce Garden somewhere else, but yeah, because I was just sort of, yeah, here we go. And then the Dolce Garden, yeah, it's almost like if those two came together and sort of had a baby, but you took away the sort of, you know, frangipani from the Dolce Garden and you put this, you know, orange peel, mandarin orange with it. So yeah, so all in all, if I had walked into the shop and smelt it on paper, I would not have purchased this. Now, so let's talk about skin. So on skin, I did start to have a different experience. So on skin, what I got was the orange again, so the orange peel mandarin orange, that sweet fruitiness. It was, as I sprayed it on my skin, it actually lasted quite long on my skin. So I'm like, okay, I'm happy that that part is still there. It was, I would describe it as well as almost more gourmand. It's really weird. Like on paper, all I mainly pick up is white florals. Even like jasmine. I think there's no jasmine listed, but I also pick up jasmine on the paper. But on skin, I do pick up quite, you know, this gourmand sort of feel. Some people said, and I think Delicious Delight might be like caramel, and that's what I get on my skin. I almost get, for me, like a burnt sort of caramel smell, which is really nice. I did start to pick up the ylang ylang finally, so I think it's the benzoin that gives it that sort of caramel gourmand feel. The ylang ylang is there, but it's not too much. I don't really enjoy heavy ylang ylang scent, so it was really nice. But as I said, so my initial impressions, I haven't worn it out, so in terms of longevity, I can't give you much. But this is actually an intense perfume, and I keep forgetting it. It is marketed as intense. So yeah, so on skin, it's more gourmand, it's more sweet. It's, you know, has a bit more depth, a bit more character compared to what it's like on paper. So it's like a sweet, orangey, caramel-ish type of scent. And I also got a little bit of Ariana Grande Cloud, just a little touch, that sort of the creamy, the electronic feel of Ariana Grande. So yeah, Cloud. So yeah, so that's what it is. So do love it. I'm really happy to have it in my collection and to give Paco Rabanne fragrances a go, because I've been like in and out of love with them. So let's compare it to its counterpart. So with the 2021 release, which again is not really spoken about, is the Olympea Blossom. This beautiful pink, love the pinkness, and it's got that detailing at the back, which is weird because this one is at the front. So this one has rose pink pepper in the top. You've got pear, sorbet, blackcurrant in the mid, and the base you have vanilla, salt, cashmere, and patchouli. So I must say okay, sorry, I didn't mention it. This doesn't really smell like the original. It's quite a departure. I don't particularly like the original. It comes across a bit too metallic on my skin. Yeah, so this one is just is different. It is different enough to own. Okay. So if you do like scents such as Dolce Garden, Dolce Shine, Dolce The Only One Intense, Dolce Viva, Dolce Ellie Saab's Girl of Now Shine, you probably like this type of fragrance. Now this one for me is quite aquatic. Again, doesn't smell like the original at all, as you probably have heard about. It for me, smells, it's for me, I pick up a lot of heavy florals. I really pick up on rose and some blackcurrant. So it smells for me, I would say, be honest, quite generic. Don't really pick up vanilla. I don't pick up salt. For me, it's almost reminiscent of En Rose from La Vie Belle, but with a blackcurrant note instead of the raspberry. And I think before that one was this one. This one I did declutter, but I'm starting to sort of, I started to miss it. It's really unique, this one. Let me find the notes. So you've got plum and apricot and sea salt at the top. You've got floral notes and some ginger in the mid, and then in the base you've got sand, amber, vanilla, and tonka bean. So this one, you know, has this sort of buttery popcorn type of scent. It does have the sweetness from the pear, you know, from the plum and apricot, which does make it quite boozy. It's got this booziness going on. Really good projection, really good lasting power from what I remember. I think I had this 2 summers ago. So I'm happy to have it back in my collection. Then probably before that one is Olympea, the intense version. I know I've raved so much about it, but I do love how it smells on the atomizer. It just doesn't work with my skin chemistry anymore. This one is amber. There's vanilla in it. There's, where is it? I had the notes somewhere. Not very organized at this moment in time, am I? Oh Lord, where have I put it? Oh yeah, yes. Amber, there's salt, there's orange blossom, there's grapefruit blossom, there's ambergris, white pepper, and cedar. So the legend does have quite a lot going on. For me, it does smell like caramel, salted caramel. It's, you know, hot, it's a very amber, yeah, fragrance that smells more like the original than all the ones that I've all of the other flankers. And then I just have a little tiny travel size of the original, the OG, which again I need. Oh, that's the Leger. Is this the OG? The OG has water jasmine, green mandarin, and ginger at the top. It has vanilla and salt in the middle, and ambergris, cashmere, and sandalwood in the base. So, like I said, for me, it comes across a bit metallic. That's why I always preferred this version. It's very salty, not as sweet. It's the least sweetest of all. But yeah, I think a good summer scent. I do recommend them all actually for summer. This one, because it's lightweight, it's quite refreshing for summer, but I think it's a really good spring scent. So I only got this recently, so that's why it's not been in my spring rotation. It will be coming out for summer. And this one probably autumn. This one may be on the autumn side, just because I sort of have a vision of my summer scents. But you know, I suppose I can change it. So yeah, I've never tried the Aqua. I've never tried the Aqua Leger. This is what it is. This is more a white floral fragrance, a very sort of fruity, aquatic fragrance. This, I don't even know what to describe this. It's like fruity, salty, vanilla fragrance. This is salt, amber, vanilla. This is salt and amber. So there you have it, Olympea from Paco Rabanne. So what are your thoughts? Are you done? You're over it? You've moved on? You don't care for Olympea anymore, or Paco Rabanne as a whole? Let me know in the comments down below. See you in the next video. Bye.